Okay. We rebuild what fortune has taken away. Plastic surgery. In context, before circa 17th century BC, the Egyptian Edwin Smith Papyrus shows how to treat wounds to reduce scarring. Circa 950 BC, an artificial wooden toe in an Egyptian tomb is the first known prosthesis. After, circa 40. In his De Medicina, Celsus refers to operations to repair damaged earlobes. 1460, Heinrich von Volksbund describes an operation to rebuild a nose, rhinoplasty. 1814, the first rhinoplasty operation using Suschruta's techniques is carried out in Western Europe. 1914 and 1918, during World War I, New Zealand-born surgeon Harold Gillies specializes in performing facial repairs. 2008, French surgeon Laurent Lantieri claims to have carried out the first full-face transplant. For most of human history, doctors could do little for patients who suffered disfiguring accidents, disease, or congenital conditions. Minor blemishes could be concealed with cosmetics, and prostheses were used to replace missing limbs, but those more severely affected suffered social ostracism. The medical culture that arose in India in the first millennium BC gave rise to techniques that offered hope to such patients. Ayurvedic surgery. Early reference to operations alleged to have restored severed heads feature in the Vedas, the ancient religious text that formed the basis of Hindu religion and philosophy. However, the first clear evidence of reconstructive surgery comes from the Sushruta Samhita, Sushruta's compendium, written about 500 BC. Belonging to a traditional Shalya or Ayurvedic surgery, this Sanskrit text is believed to be the work of Sushruta, a physician from Varanasi, northern India. Sushruta's medical approach was advanced for his time. He urged students to gain a knowledge of internal anatomy through dissecting dead bodies. His key innovation lies in his descriptions of reconstructive procedures, and he is often referred to as the father of plastic surgery. Among 300 surgical operations described in the Sushruta Samhita are instructions for Nasasantan, rhinoplasty, rebuilding the nose, and Ostasantan, altoplasty, reconstruction of the ear. Sushruta explains how a flap of skin should be excised from the cheek and then turned backward to cover the nose while still attached to the cheek, a technique later modified using skin from the forehead. At the time, the mutilation of the nose was a common punishment, so these operations were in great demand. Sushruta also recommended the use of wine as an anesthetic for such painful operations. The surgeon should treat the patient as his own son. Sushruta Samhita, 6th century BC. Spread of plastic surgery. Indian plastic surgery remained more advanced than anything in Europe for more than 2 millennia. In the 1st century, the Roman physician Aulus Celsus outlined how otoplasty corrected earlobes damaged by heavy earrings. In the 15th century, German surgeon Heinrich von Volksbund described how to reconstruct a nose which is off entirely. It was only when Europeans colonized India in the 17th and 18th centuries that they encountered sophisticated Indian rhinoplasty techniques. British surgeon Joseph Carpue was the first to adopt them in 1814. Plastic surgery progressed swiftly in the West. By 1827, the first operation to correct a cleft palate had been carried out in the U.S. The demands of treating severe wounds during 2 world wars led to the development of skin grafts. Plastic surgery techniques to fix accidental and congenital defects became increasingly sophisticated during the 1900s. Cosmetic surgery also became widespread. The first facelift was performed in 1901, and by the end of the 1900s, the range of facial and body enhancements were available. Plastic surgeons performed more than 10 aesthetical procedures in 2018. The same year, 64-year-old Canadian Maurice Desjardins, who had suffered a shot wound to the face, became the oldest person ever to have a full facial transplant. Plastic surgery and World War II. New Zealand-born plastic surgeon Archibald McGindo became chief plastic surgery consultant to Britain's Royal Air Force in 1938. When World War II broke out the next year, He was called to treat aircrew with severe burns. Most burn treatments at the time used tannic jelly, resulting in severe contraction of the wound tissue as well as permanent scarring. McIndoe devised new techniques including saline burn baths and flap reconstruction to repair the faces and hands of injured airmen. McIndoe also understood the importance of post-operative rehabilitation. He set up the Guinea Pig Club, a support network made of more than 600 service personnel who had undergone operations in McIndoe's burn unit at the Queen Victoria Hospital in East Grinstead.